It's the co-meet event, and it's another title defense opportunity for the Lioness, Amanda Nunes, as she's going to try to thwart the challenge that the Venezuelan vixen, Juliana Pena, is going to bring in this one. And per usual, Nunes in this title defense, a massive favorite, right? Minus 800, plus 550 is Pena. If we look at Tapology, 96% is rolling with Nunes. 4% rolling with Pena. That 4% is kind of divvied up as to whether she could win by KO, submission, or decision. But do you agree that that 4% is justified? Should it be even wider? And overall, what are your thoughts on this in what would be a historic feat for the bantamweight division and title championship defenses? So, what are your thoughts on this one? You going with the Vixen or you got Lioness as always?
Man, yeah, that 4%, honestly, it is rightfully where it is. It should actually be a 1% because, I mean, Juliana Pena, she's coming off one win, one loss for the most recent. She got submitted by Jermaine Duran, submitted by her. And we saw how that fight went with the Lioness. I mean, absolutely ground and pound. It looked like she didn't even know what to do on her back. So how did she even get a submission versus Juliana? I do not know. And then Juliana gets a submission versus Sarah McMahon. That was it's a very solid win, but then it gets a title fight. Has the Nunes really ran through the division that bad that they're just desperate and like, hey, you're on a one fight win streak? You're up next. Good luck. And you got to pay for your medical bill because you're losing 10 years from your life after you get knocked out by the Lioness. This is going to be a one-sided mauling by the Lioness. She's going in ham. She's going to knock her out less than 3 minutes of the first round. I can feel it in my bones. This is going to be a beautiful knockout. And honestly, I kind of hope Nunes retires or keeps fighting till Dana White says, okay, I'm cutting this women's division. Nunes, you win. Everyone else is a bum. And Bullet, you're next to clean out the division.
Yeah, I mean, I could see, Dana moving away from that featherweight division, but you'd like to think that there are enough UFC bantamweight women in there, enough to sustain the division. I mean, you're right, though. She has kind of gone through everyone at this point. I mean, maybe we'd want to see that Misha Tate contest again. If Ketlin Vieira could, really grab hold of that skill set that a lot of people believe she has, maybe she could make it interesting. But you really have to make kind of a stretch for an argument in order to find someone in this division that is likely to dominate the Lioness. And you asked the question, why does Pena even get this opportunity? One, I think it's because, Nunes has already sort of ran through everyone as mentioned, but two, this is a fight that Juliana Pena has been asking for a long time. I mean, she's shown up to press conferences. She's asking Dana on the spot, yo, Nunes is dodging me, I think is what she was saying. Give me the opportunity. Is she like just a little too ambitious in this one, or is there any chance that all of Juliana Pena's confidence is for some good reason, and maybe she finds a way to get this one done? Is that a stretch?
It's the craziest stretch to ever think that this woman, Juliana Pena, has a chance, a fighting chance. Even though anything could happen in a fight, this is one matchup that I just don't see happening. And honestly, kind of disrespectful. The odds makers is only minus 900. Should be minus 9,000. So this is good odds for all of you Amanda Nunes hype trains, because the hype is real. She's the real deal. She ain't going nowhere. But for the 4% of Juliana Pena, that plus 600, that is not a bad way. But good luck, um, you know, working your hourly wage to get that money back because you'll never see it again if you bet against the Nunes. Until I see it proven, there's just no. You have to be crazy to ever throw real money against Nunes. Might as well get the free $100 by tossing 1,000. It's a lock, just like the Bullet and just like Khabib is. This is going to be a dominance performance. I think people are really going to fall off on this weight division for women's because it's like, what's next? It's like almost like the John Jones curse where everyone, like for the light heavyweight for a while, years ago, they're like, well, this is just like not even fun to watch because we just know Jones is going to win. Now it's the same thing with Amanda Nunes. There's just really no one that's like kind of tickles our pickles and gets us interested. Where we're like, wow, she actually might lose because that's what makes most fights exciting because you just the unknown. This one we know.
Yeah, I'm with you all the way. I'm rolling with Nunes. I think that she's going to make it easy work. She's going to make this one look easy over Juliana Pena. And for all the points that you mentioned, right? She's just truly dominant. There's not a lot left for her at 35. Aspen Ladd, I guess, is another one that maybe one day could be interesting, but it doesn't seem like there are many current challenges at this division. I would love to see Shevchenko, Nunes, the trilogy, but obviously it's pretty difficult, right? Because it's a little bit more advantageous for the UFC to have a dominant champion in both the 25 and 35 division. And when they go up against each other, I hope we see it again one day. But either way, one of your stars is taking an L in that contest. So you wonder if there's any incentive to, rush to make that fight. I, as a fan, surely, hope we get to see it one more time. But we'll see. Nonetheless, I'm going Lioness. I'm going by a finish. It's probably going to be early. I actually think Payne is going to survive the first round, but then it's just going to be too much, and she's going to be overwhelmed on the ground and will likely lose a bloody, brutal TKO. So, any last thoughts on this co-meet? This one's going to be good.
No, yeah, this is going to be a great fight. Absolute, um, you know, KO of the night, I would say, or dominant of the night. Very excited, but boys, make sure to slap that me and subscribe and throw in the comments who you guys got. Are you going with Penna or are you going with the Lioness? Throw in the comments and your reasons why. I'd love to know why you'd pick anyone but Nunes. But for all of those guys that are, please throw in the comments. We love reading them and responding. And check out other videos. Yep.